The game has started.
Hello, Elite Field owners. This is Matt Mills, aka Crixus. I'm coming to you here from New Orleans. This next week, we're going to be attending the Amusement Expo International at the Ernest N. Memorial Convention Center, and we wanted to teach you guys how to scope and zero your taggers. So there's a few things you're going to need to do this. First and foremost, you're going to need your red dot sight, okay? And these should come with your taggers. If not, give us a contact us. You can also purchase them from us. And you're also going to need your zero kit. It comes in a white box just like this. We're going to unbox this and go over this. And the last thing you're going to need, and you can get this from your new owner's kit, and you can also get it, we should be making it available on Facebook for you to download as well, is your red dot sighting target sheet. All right, and it comes in color like this, or you can print it out in black and white like this. The one thing you need to make sure though, when you do print this out, there's a little 1-inch square right here. You need to measure this vertically and horizontally and make sure that this is 1 inch. If this square up here isn't 1 inch, your sighting is going to be off. So let's get started. Okay guys, this is your red dot sight. We're going to go ahead and unbox this and see what's inside and go over everything you need to know. Box is empty. We're going to keep that box. Got a little Allen key wrench, that's important. You got your scope battery right here, that's important. Foam, not so much. Don't eat this. Somebody will try. This is important to clean the lens off, so you might want to save that. You really don't need the instruction manual. Alright, so this is your red dot sight. So it's got lens covers on both sides. We recommend leaving those on while you're doing everything, that way you don't accidentally damage the lenses. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take off the top here and insert the battery. So just apply a little pressure on there and turn, and it should come off. If not, it's got this nice little slotted space here, and you can put your tagger key in there and turn it just like a screwdriver. We recommend you do this very, very carefully, because once you cross thread the threads inside this, it's not going to go on easy. So we take it off. We're going to take our lithium battery out. It's a you can buy these at Walmart if you need replacements. These are CR 2032s. You can get them online. You can buy them on Walmart. If you have trouble finding them, give us a call. We'll help you out. So I'm just going to place it in there, positive side up. We're going to turn. We're going to turn this back half a turn and then turn it forward, so that way we get the threads in there correctly. Again, we want to be very careful that we're not cross-threading anything. Sometimes because of, there we go, it can be just a little bit difficult. Okay, we're going to make sure it's snug but not overly tight. We're going to take the lens covers off and turn it on. And I don't know if you guys can see this on your side or not. Can you see that? Thank you, Mr. Wims. Make sure that red dot is inside there. Okay? Once we make sure the red dot's off, you can see there's a little white dot right here. We're going to turn either the G or the R on the knob to that to make sure that it's off. And we're going to put our scope or our lens covers back on to protect it. Okay? We put our battery in. So now we're going to get our tagger. Okay? First thing we're going to do is we're going to take our Allen wrench out. We're going to loosen these guys right here. Now, if you guys noticed, while I'm doing this, if you guys noticed, you got a bunch of little strips of soft or hard Velcro. So that soft or hard Velcro is actually for these scopes. We want them to make sure they're very snug. What you're going to do after you loosen this up real good is you're going to put it right here. Now, we are using blue tape just so you can see it really easily, but you're going to put it right there, right in the center. Make sure it's in there good, and make sure it's underneath these teeth right here so that it doesn't peel out, okay? Just like that. So, things to know. This, make sure I'm right here. Okay. This is the front of the scope. The big dot is the front of the scope. If you're unsure, take the lens caps off and look into the scope. The mirrored side is always the front. That means pointed towards the muzzle. So you can put it anywhere on the Picatinny rail. Once you've loosened it, it should just sit on there, real easy. You can put it anywhere on the Picatinny rail you'd like. We recommend putting it dead center so that you have 3 teeth in front and 3 teeth in back. And you're going to hold it there, and as you do, you're going to tighten these guys down. Just like that. And then we'll do the back one. And we recommend always knowing where this key is, because this can save you. So we're going to make sure it doesn't pop off. As you can see, it's solid. And there you go. You scoped your tagger. So now, how do we zero? We're going to go over that here in just a moment. All right, guys, this is your zero kit. We're going to go over what's inside this box before we hook everything up. So let's unbox this real quick. Got a bunch of stuff here. Oh, come on out. Ah, all right. Oh, look, a box inside of a box. What's in the box? There we go. Okay. So, you have your camera. This camera specifically made to see IR light. You have your connection cables right here. You have your power supply, and you have some mounting screws if you decide to make a permanent zero station. You can mount the camera. And you have some useless packing film. So we're going to put all that to the side. We don't need any of that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and show you how to hook this up now.
First, take your power adapter and plug it into the power adapter receptacle in your audio video cable. You're going to then take the yellow prong from your audio video cable and plug it into the yellow slot in your TV. Don't plug in the white cable, as you'll get feedback noise. Change your output accordingly. You're then going to take the phone connector female end and plug in the phone connector male end from your camera to give you power. Lastly, plug your camera into a wall outlet. Now you're ready to zero. Now that your camera's set up, let's talk about the red dot sight targeting sheet. You can find this either in the Elite Laser Tag Operators page on Facebook or the new Operators Training Kit. Once you print it out, make sure the square in the top right-hand corner is either 1 inch or 10 millimeters, depending on which square you measure. Now that we have our sheet and our camera set up, let's talk about placement. You want to place the targeting sheet next to your TV, and you want to place your camera directly in front of your targeting sheet, as level as you can. You should be able to see the entire targeting sheet with space on the top and the bottom on your television screen. If you can't, back up farther until you can. Once you have correct positioning, we'll move to the next step, which is taking off the safety nubs here on the top and the bottom to reveal the adjustment knobs. Make sure you don't lose these nubs, as it'll keep your zero. Next, place yourself directly in front of the target, roughly 5 to 6 feet away from the target, as shown in the diagram here. Make sure you maintain the 5 to 6 feet distance while you're zeroing your tagger. If you don't, you could drastically change the point of aim of your tagger, and you don't want this. Now that your zeroing camera is set up and you have your distance, turn your scope on by rotating the large knob until either one of the green or red numbers show up on the white dot. You should see a green or a white dot corresponding inside the scope. The higher the number, the brighter the dot. Now pick up your tagger and take aim. You're aiming for the top target dead center. You want to put the dot right in the middle of the target. When you pull the trigger, look at your television. You should see a bright white dot on the lower target corresponding to where your infrared beam is hitting. Remember to aim at the top when you do this. Now you also may see the team colors of the tagger to the right and left of the large white dot. If it becomes troublesome and you're having trouble differentiating between the two, go into editor mode and turn off your muzzle flash LED. Your muzzle flash LEDs have nothing to do with the accuracy of your tagger. If you need help on knowing how to do this, go watch our editor video. If you do turn off your muzzle flash LEDs, make sure to turn them back on before you begin play. Now, if the white dot doesn't match up on the bottom target, you need to adjust it with the adjustment knobs on the left and top of your scope. You can adjust these knobs with the teeth of your tagger key, with a small coin, or a flathead screwdriver. We recommend you do this in small increments. The left to right motion is located on the left side of the scope. The up and down motion is located on the top of the scope. If you need to move the dot to the left, do not turn the scope towards the left icon on the scope knob. Turn it right against it. It's backwards because of the way we decided to zero these taggers. Same with the up and down motion. If you need to go up, don't turn it in the up direction, turn it against the up direction to go up. After that, you've now zeroed your tagger. Do a quick double check and make sure that while you're aiming at the top reticle, the bottom reticle is getting a nice white blast from the IR emitter. You want to double check this and make sure that everything is good to go. After that, replace the safety covers on the adjustment knobs. Turn your scope off and then turn your tagger off. You have now zeroed your tagger. As always, follow us on Facebook and like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the latest tips, tricks, and other tutorials that we post as soon as we get them. The following is a clip of us zeroing a tagger in our hotel room. We apologize that the screen is hard to see, but you can see where the muzzle flash is flashing at the bottom reticle. We are currently aiming at the top reticle while we do this.